Hello guys and welcome to Blue Block. Today we'll be once again coding on Scratch. Now the topic of today will be repeat loops. Now these, if you have, let's say this is a repeat loop right here, but let's say we have a code to move 10 steps. Moving this purple bluish, I could call that purple circle over 10 steps every time we click it. But if we wanted to move it a far distance, we'd have to put multiple of these here and just have them lined up like that. Or not even movement, just like other types of code, like if you want to broadcast a message more than one time, you don't want to keep copying and pasting. The quickest way, if you don't want to keep copying and pasting your code, or just have to rewrite it, I suggest you use repeat loops. Now these you can set however many times you actually want to repeat it. So now we could use move 10 steps, and it repeated it 10 times. And we could do the same thing with the negative to go backwards. And there you have it for the repeat loops. Repeat loops basically repeat your code, as it says. It's kind of already in the name, but yeah. Repeat loops repeat the code that you want to repeat. Or you can have it by yourself, and you can have it like repeat. You can have, for example, it repeat move negative 10 steps 10 times, and then you can have that at the end. So when it's done repeating, it switches back. Let's see that again. There you go. So you can have code in the repeat and outside of the repeat, but it only happens once. So now that we got the repeat covered, we can set this back to its normal position. Now that we got the repeat covered, let's check the repeat until. Now this is a little bit trickier, but we'll cover it now. So as you can see, color equals on, but when we press this, it's going to keep changing color, repeat until color equals off. So it's going to keep repeating this code until our variable color equals off. And if it's off, if we have a line of code that, I don't know, if space key press, then switch color to off. If we press the space key, it stops. And we can try that again. It's checking for the variable every time. It's checking for the variable every second, or I should say millisecond. And once it's done checking it, if it's off, then it turns it off. But if this is not true, then it keeps going. So now that we got that covered, you now know what a repeat until block is and a repeat loop. So now that we have that covered, I'm just going to say this now. The best way to use repeat loops is not for things like, let's see, well, in my opinion, for this, it's not, I wouldn't really want to use repeat until for, hold on. I wouldn't usually want to use repeat until for that, because you can already have the seconds listed in here, so it's kind of just a waste of code. So, and I think you can repeat until in here too. No, I don't think so. I never tried that, so I don't think so. But you can use this, experiment with it yourself, and see. But you can use it for just about anything that you want to repeat. There's no right or wrong thing that you just can't repeat it for. You can repeat anything with that. So my favorite way is to use it for repeating like movement and stuff, like I showed in the first example. Because either movement or like a background graphic, which is what we're about to go into here. So for our game so far, we have the variable clicks, and when it gets to number 30, it starts repeating at a very high value, which we still need to fix, because I showed you guys that last time, but that did not go well. So yeah, that happens, but it looks a little bland if you ask me. So what we can do here is go to when the flag is clicked, repeat until. Now you don't have to put anything in here. It'll technically be forever if you don't put anything in here. Or you could just use the forever block. It's optional. You could just do forever or this with nothing in there as forever. But I just like to do that. And then you can use change color by 1. So now the background of our clicker will be rainbow. And then we can use repeat until here, or just forever. Remember that. We can use that for, let's see, we would want to spin it 15 degrees. Now before I do this, you're going to see a problem, and I'm going to show you how to fix it, because this happens in a lot of projects. When it spins, it's not spinning exactly still, as you could see it. So what we need to do here is go into costumes and see this. Now this sprite isn't exactly in the middle, so we need to put it in the middle right there. And then if we try it again, it works. So now we have a spinning cookie for our game. We could slow the speed down to, if we wanted, to 10. But now it's not so bland. So now you guys know about repeat loops and repeat until, and we used it in our game, so now you can really see the potential of it, and I think it's pretty neat. So with that, remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you later next time.